It wasn't just Malik and Cairo who heard the dragon's roar. Everyone in the kingdom of Azuri heard it echoing across the skies. The wise ones were baffled, unable to explain why it had happened. Prince Robert, startled, rushed to his mother's chamber in confusion. Meanwhile, Malik and Cairo quickly sneaked back into the palace as knights poured out to investigate. By morning, Robert resumed his usual duties, taking the slaves to the cattle farm. As always, he was harsh and unrelenting. Later in the day, one of the exhausted slaves sat down to rest. When Prince Robert discovered this, he confronted him angrily. "I said no rest until your task is done," he barked. The slave smirked and replied mockingly, "Is it true the baby dragon didn't come for you, and your father's dragon didn't choose you to be our king?" Laughter erupted among the slaves, except for Malik and Cairo, who exchanged worried glances. Furious, Prince Robert drew his sword and, without hesitation, struck down the slave. Blood flowed as the man collapsed to the ground, lifeless. The laughter vanished instantly. "Does anyone else have something to say?" Robert asked coldly. The other slaves quickly returned to work in silence while the knights removed the body. That night, Prince Robert prepared for the royal ritual once again. Queen Naya encouraged him before he left, but to their dismay, the dragon still refused him. Her anger deepened, and Robert was devastated. The wise ones, now greatly concerned, questioned who else in the palace the dragon might have chosen. Later that night, they requested a private meeting with Queen Naya. "Your Majesty," one of the eldest wise ones began carefully, "we believe the dragon has chosen another to be the next king of Azuri." Queen Naya's face twisted in disbelief. "That's impossible," she said sharply. "Robert is the only son of King Arthur." "We are as confused as you are," the wise ones admitted. "But the signs are undeniable. We must find out why." After they left, Queen Naya went to console her son. But Robert refused to open the door. "Please, leave me alone, mother. I don't want to talk to anyone," he said from behind the door, his voice filled with pain. Queen Naya sat alone in silence. A dreadful thought began to bloom in her mind. "Could Arthur have had another son in this palace without my knowledge?" she whispered. Meanwhile, Malik called his mother Nishari out of the maid hall and led her quietly to the garden. There, he showed her how the baby dragon had been fond of him. Nishari was stunned. "You told me my father was dead. Did you lie to me?" Malik asked. "Yes," Nishari admitted with fear in her eyes. "But now, he truly is." Malik's heart pounded. "King Arthur was my father," he whispered. Nishari nodded. Anger welled up in Malik. "Why didn't I ever get the chance to know him?" With tears in her eyes, Nishari began to explain. She told him everything. The way King Arthur had become fond of her, how he often summoned her to his chamber when Queen Naya was away. He would compliment her beauty, speak kindly to her, and eventually promised to make her his second wife if she bore him a child. They began a secret relationship. And when she became pregnant with Malik, she went to him with hope. But Arthur broke his promise. He ordered her to remain a maid. Nishari was crushed. She cried alone for nights. When Queen Naya discovered her pregnancy, she wanted Nishari banished like other maids. But Arthur insisted she stay. "One day, you'll understand why I did this," Arthur had told Nishari. So she kept the truth from Malik. She chose to protect him from the pain of being unwanted by his father. "This is also messed up," Malik muttered, his head spinning. "Why would the dragon choose me?" "Because you carry the blood of the king," Nishari replied, wiping her tears. "And Robert? Isn't he Arthur's blood too?" Malik asked. Nishari shook her head. "That I cannot say. But you mustn't tell anyone about this." "I already told Cairo," Malik said. "He's the only one I trust." Meanwhile, in her chamber, Queen Naya was still thinking. One name came to her. Nishari. The only maid King Arthur allowed to remain despite being pregnant. Could it be? Suspicion rose. She rushed back to Robert's room and knocked. "I said I don't want to speak to anyone, mother," Robert said, grief-stricken. "I know why you didn't see the dragon," Queen Naya insisted. Reluctantly, Robert opened the door. Queen Naya stepped inside. Your father had another son in this palace, she revealed. Robert gasped. What? Who? Malik. Nishari's son, she answered. That slave. Robert exploded. Queen Naya explained why Nishari had remained in the palace. So, a slave is going to be king of Azuri while I serve him? Robert said bitterly. Over my dead body, Queen Naya snapped. Listen to me. The wise ones don't know the truth about Malik. If we eliminate him, the dragon will have no choice but to accept you. I should have slaughtered all the slaves at the cattle farm today, Robert muttered, his eyes darkened. Queen Naya asked why, and Robert recounted how one slave had mocked him and the punishment he had given. Rumors are spreading that I won't be the next king, Robert added. It's not too late, Queen Naya said firmly. She summoned the knights to fetch him. But when they reached the slave quarters, Malik was nowhere to be found. No one knew where he had gone. Meanwhile, Cairo heard of the search and ran to the garden. He found Malik and Nishari and approached them cautiously. The queen is looking for you. I think they know the dragon came for you, Cairo whispered. What? Malik and Nishari exclaimed, alarmed. Did you tell them? Malik asked Cairo, suspicious. I would never betray you, Cairo replied. Check the garden, a voice shouted nearby. Nishari panicked. This isn't good. Malik, you need to leave the palace. Where would I go? I have no one outside this palace, Malik replied, panic in his voice. You must, she urged. I lied to protect you. I don't care if the dragon chose you or not. I just want you to be safe. Please, go. Stay hidden. Stay alive. Malik held her hands tightly. Then come with me, mother. No, she said, her voice cracking. If I leave too, they'll know we ran away. It's better if you go alone. Please. They embraced as Malik fought back tears. Come on. Cairo urged. They're getting closer. Malik let go of his mother and ran to the fence with Cairo. They hugged briefly with Cairo whispering, I hope we meet again. Cairo crouched and Malik climbed on his back. He looked one last time at his sobbing mother, then jumped over the fence and vanished into the darkness. Just then, the knights arrived. Where is your son? One asked Nishari. I don't know, she answered truthfully. Take her to the queen, another ordered, and the knights seized her. Nishari cried as she was dragged away. From the other side of the fence, Malik heard her cries. Every part of him wanted to run back and save her, but he couldn't. He sat in the shadows, weeping silently. To be continued.